Arielle the Craft Nut 32, and I'm here today to make a thankful for you Thanksgiving card. So I'm going to start with these, mainly these two stamps. This is the Midi Modern Blooms from My Favorite Things, and this is a paper tray ink stamp set. It is called Falling Leaves. I'm also going to use a couple of elements out of two other stamp sets that I have. I'm going to be using the Love Lives Here holiday, and from this one I'm going to be using this little heart right here, or cluster of hearts. So I have that pulled out already. And then I have a Christmas one again, Christmas Friends, and I'm going to be using this big bow. So to get started, I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to trim it down. So I'm just going to pull my trimmer over. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut it at the 4 1/4 mark. Just right in half. And I'm going to grab my bone folder. I'm going to move the one out of the way. I'm only going to be using one for right now. I'm going to fold it in half to make a top folding card that is a A2 size card, a 5.5 by a 4 1/4. So next, what I'm going to do is I have this nestability circle. I'm going to be creating a wreath, and so I would like to have some kind of guide, and I'll just erase it after I'm done. So just kind of centering it onto my page. And there we go. Oh, that didn't quite. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to pull out the inks I'm going to use for this wreath. So I'm going to be using Simon Says ink, the Green Leaf, Green Apple, the Golden Locks, and the Sunshine, Dark Chocolate, Orange Peel, Lipstick Red, and there was one other color I wanted to pull out, and that was the Hero Arts Soft Apricot. So I'm going to move all of these out of the way, and I'm going to do some stamping. So I think I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to do the soft apricot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a moment and erase out the circle before it sits for too long. And there's a really pretty little wreath. And I was really happy to use these little stamps again from the Christmas stamp sets. It's just, I always think I would love to buy the latest and greatest stamps because I see something really pretty, and really all I had to do was just think about what I actually owned and then incorporate it. So I love these little hearts, and I thought this would be a really pretty way to pull some more of the red in. just kind of like that, like little red berries. And then for the sentiment, I had pulled out this Simon Says stamp, and it is the Lots of Thanks. And I'm going to use this, Thankful for You. So I already have that out on my stamp press. I'm going to use this big guy. I have I have to clear off some of this mess. But I'm going to use, some Memento Tuxedo Black ink for this card. I'm going to ink it up. Looks good. Now I really like this mat because you can line it up. So I do that. And then I've also lined up the stamp on the grid. And it really just kind of keeps things nice and easy. I'm going to take the little red hearts again. And I think I'm just going to stamp one right here. Right here. Next, I'm going to take my corner chomper. This is something I just recently got. I've wanted it for ages, and I was down in the States with a friend, and we went into a Hobby Lobby, and there it was. It wasn't on my radar to get that day, but I couldn't leave it. It was something that I'd wanted for years. So it's really been nice having it, so I'm enjoying using it. Still getting used to it. I'm not always sure what I'm doing. Round off the bottom. And then for one last little detail for this card, I'm going to use some Distress ink. I'm just grabbing a scratch piece of paper, and I'm going to kind of give it like an aged look. So I'm going to start off with this Distress ink Antique Linen, and then finish up with some Vintage Photo. And that is it. And there is my quick and simple Thanksgiving card. I'm going to make some up and deliver them to friends this weekend. Our Thanksgiving is this weekend. We're having our meal on Sunday. So I'm going to try to get out and about and leave these in mailboxes for some friends, just with some words of appreciation for them on the inside. Anyways, I hope whatever you're doing this weekend, you have a great weekend, and thank you for watching. Bye.